Welcome back, everybody, to Ice Dogs This Week. With us, number 3, as Matt so profoundly exclaimed earlier.
I was astutely, but
Astute.
we can go with profound.
Okay, let's get the thesaurus out. Ben Jones. Ben, just thanks for being with us. Let's start there.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me on here.
And third year in a row we've had you on the show. The 3 just keeps coming up.
He is the record holder right now for Ice Dogs This Week appearances.
And Ben, on that note, this is kind of unique for us because you're one of the first players that, like, we were at your OHL draft. We were there the first time you came to the Meridian Center, and I know you're only 18, but when you're 16, you're that little bit younger, a little bit smaller, a little bit meek isn't necessarily the right word, but when reporters start throwing microphones in your face, you don't handle it the same way. So what's it like to now be able to say that you're a veteran and a leader on this Ice Dogs team?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it feels good. Like you said, with my 16-year-old year, kind of came in with eyes wide open and not really knowing what to expect. And like you said, when microphones are thrown in your face, you're kind of just shocking on. You think you're a big deal, but kind of brings you back to earth a little, and it definitely feels good to be a veteran and a leader on this team.
Last year, 2 years ago, you went from playing not much at all to a whole lot last year. And this year, you're playing quite a bit as well. How much does that help you, like playing that much last year against guys like Dylan Strome? How much did that help you prepare for this year, given, the role you're playing on this team and how much you played against those guys as a younger guy?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a different experience for sure for my first year, with only playing a couple minutes to going and playing a significant amount more than my first year. But it was definitely, I think it definitely helped me. It was definitely a positive experience for me to be able to go against guys like Dylan Strome and some of the top players in the league every night and facing off against them constantly. And taking 20 to 25 draws a night was definitely strenuous on the body, but you learn to deal with it, and I think that's definitely helped me this year.
And on that note, your face-off numbers are through the roof this year. You're one of the top face-off guys in the whole OHL right now. We were talking off air. You had a face-off move last year you used a few times that I haven't seen yet. I think it was with Johnny Corneal. You used it most of the time. It's just a fun move to watch, but we'll look for that. But so being older, being stronger, having all those face-offs and learning how to use your body, learning how your body wears down in those situations, how has that helped you become where you are this year?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, that's definitely been the thing that's helped me most. I think, last year was kind of a big thing for me was face-offs, and although my numbers weren't where I wanted them to, I knew I had to come in this year and get my numbers up, and it seemed to be working so far. So just using my body more and bearing down and making sure that every draw at that point is the most important thing. And with puck possession comes wins, and puck possession is the most important thing in the game. So winning those face-offs and winning those individual battles is giving us the puck more and giving us more of a chance to win every night.
This is your third year with the Ice Dogs, as we've said, but this is also your third head coach with the Ice Dogs as well. How much does that help you as a player, learning from different guys like that? And how much does it motivate you, because you almost have to prove yourself every year to a new guy?
Yeah, exactly like you said. I mean, proving yourself to a new guy is definitely a big thing. And with having 3 new head coaches, although they were all assistants, so with Marty, Dave, and Berkey were both assistants, and now they've both kind of came through as being head coaches. It's been awesome to have those relationships and be able to see the transition that they've made, even from Berkey especially being assistant coach to coming into head coach and taking on a much bigger role. It's been awesome to be a part of that, and proving yourself every night and every single day is definitely a big thing of it.
So when you were drafted, I can't pretend that I watched midget hockey because I don't have enough time. I hadn't, maybe the OHL Cup, you see a bit of that because it's televised and stuff like that. But what we heard about Ben Jones was he was a two-way hockey player, and midget scored a ton, but maybe won't score as much in the OHL because you're more of a two-way player. And now as we see you grow in front of our eyes and your game grow in front of our eyes, one of the things I notice, especially being at all the home games and some of the road games, is you like to take advantage of the time, like when the play's not happening. You're the guy who likes to poke a skate at the face-off or say something or kind of get into a guy's grill, or into their head. And that's kind of evolved as you get older, bigger, stronger. So has that always been part of your game, or is that just kind of how you're growing into the OHL?
I think it's always been part of my game for the most part. I mean, back in minor hockey especially, guys used to tell me how much they hated playing against me and basically just how annoying I was. So I think it's always been a part of my game, but especially my first year, I was kind of just eyes wide open and didn't want to take a penalty or do anything that would get me looking a little stupid. But I think now it's definitely just grown as part of my game, and I mean, it's part of the game is being community with other guys. So
for me, it's not like that's not like a negative. That's not a shot at, there's all sorts of guys who are considered pests in the NHL who are great players. It's something about your game, I think, that has become more noticeable as you're getting older and more mature, and I think probably understand your game and your role in the OHL more.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's really important for players to understand the role that they can succeed at, and I definitely think that style of game is my style of game, that 200-foot centerman that doesn't score as much as some other guys do, but can definitely chip in offensively and just be annoying to play against and a pest on the ice.
Now, you were drafted this summer by the Vegas Golden Knights. You went to training camp, rookie camp. Talk about that experience. What was it like, and what was the mood like, with everybody being drafted by an expansion team, and you guys are the first of everything?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it was very hot, for sure. It was definitely hot with 45-plus degrees every day, but it was an unbelievable experience. I mean, I can't thank them enough for the way they treated all the players, and they made sure that no matter where you got drafted or a free agent, that when you're there, there's no number on your helmet of where you got drafted, but more that just you prove yourself and you come to work every day and you turn some heads. So it was an unbelievable experience, and I'm so happy to be able to bring that back to the younger guys on the team and be able to just show them what I learned about being a pro every day.
So you went through all of last year, your 17-year-old year, not knowing if you're going to get drafted, who's going to draft you. You're playing as hard as you can. You're playing on a rebuilding team, so not necessarily a lot of opportunity to showcase yourself. You're playing against high-end guys. What kind of stress was it sitting at that draft, waiting to hear your name be called?
Yeah, I definitely think some moments are blurry, and it was definitely an anxious and sweaty couple hours that I was there with my family. But
take the jacket off.
Yeah, it was definitely a nerve-wracking experience, and was very happy when it finally happened, and just try not to focus on the number when it did, but just the fact that it did, and the fact that I'm associated with a new franchise with so many amazing opportunities ahead of me.
We got to go to a break, Ben. Thanks for being here. Thanks for talking about being a pest on the ice, and good luck the rest of the season, and good luck going forward with Vegas as well.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk about the Ice Dogs games coming up this week.